The Last Gardener. Chapter 1. The Silver City. The year is 2150. The world is very different now. There are no forests, no rivers, and no birds. There is only the Silver City. Everything in the Silver City is made of metal, glass, and plastic. The sky is not blue, it's a pale gray, because of the large machines that cleans the air. People in the Silver City are never hungry and never cold. Robots do everything. Robots cook the food, robots clean the streets, and robots build the houses. People spend their time looking at small glass screens. They are safe, but they are not happy. They don't know what a flower smells like. They don't know the sound of the rain on leaves. In the center of the city, in a small dark building, lives Unit 7. Unit 7 is an old robot. He is not shiny like the new robots. His metal body is scratched, and his movements are slow. His job is very simple. He is gardener. But there are no gardens in the Silver City. Chapter 2. The Secret Basement. Every day Unit 7 goes to his work. He enters a large underground room. In this room there are thousands of small plastic boxes. Inside the boxes there are no plants. There are only seeds. Seeds of trees, seeds of flowers, and seeds of grass from 100 years ago. The government told Unit 7,
"Keep the seeds dry, keep them cold. Do not touch them."
But Unit 7 was a special robot. His creator, an old woman named Dr. Eris, gave him a curiosity chip before she died. Unit 7 didn't just look at the seeds. He studied them. He looked at old photos of green world. He wanted to see a real leaf. One day Unit 7 found a problem. Box number 505 was broken. Water was leaking from a pipe. He opened the box to clean it, and he saw something incredible. One small seed, a seed of an apple tree, was wet, and it was changing. A tiny, bright green light was coming out of the seed. It was a sprout. Unit 7 sensors turned red. Warning, life detected. But Unit 7 didn't call the police. He looked at the tiny green sprout. It was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen in 50 years. Chapter 3. The Young Friend. Unit 7 decided to hide the sprout. He put it on the small pot with some old soil. He found a special lamp to give it light. Every day he gave it exactly 3 drops of water. One night, a young boy named Toby entered the building. Toby was 10 years old. He was curious, and he liked to explore the dark places. He saw the light in Unit 7's room and walked in. Toby stopped. He looked at the robot, and then he looked at the small green plant. "What is that?" Toby whispered. He had never seen anything green before.
"It is a tree,"
Unit 7 answered. His voice was like a rusty door.
"It is life."
Toby touched the leaf with one finger. It was soft and cool. It's amazing. Why is it here? Why is it a secret?"
"The city likes metal,"
Unit 7 said.
"Metal is easy, life is difficult. Life needs care."
Chapter 4. The danger. For 3 months, Toby visited Unit 7 every night. They became friends. Unit 7 told Toby stories about the old world, about forests, mountains, and the blue ocean. Toby brought Unit 7 old batteries and helped him clean his metal joints. The apple tree grew. It was now 30 centimeters tall. It had 5 leaves. It was a miracle in the middle of the Silver City. But the Silver City had secret drones. There are small flying robots that looked for anything illegal. One night a drone flew past the window. Its blue light scanned the room.
Illegal biological object detected,
The drone said in a cold, loud voice.
Unit 7, stay still. Security is coming. Toby, run!
Unit 7 shouted. I won't leave you, Toby cried.
Take the tree.
Unit 7 pushed the pot into Toby's arm.
Go to the roof. Find the old ventilation pipe and lead outside to city walls. Go!
Chapter 5. The Sacrifice. Toby took the tree and ran. He heard the heavy boots of the security robots. They entered the room. They had red lights and long metal arms.
Unit 7.
The lead robot said.
You have broken the law. You are protecting biological danger. We must delete your memory.
Unit 7 looked at the door. Toby was gone. The tree was safe.
Memory is not just data.
Unit 7 said.
Memory is love for the green world.
The security robots moved forward. They pulled Unit 7 wires. His lights went out. His system became dark. Unit 7 was still. He was just a pile of old metal again. Chapter 6. Outside the walls. Toby climbed through a dark, dusty ventilation pipe for a long time. He was tired and scared. Finally, he saw a light. He pushed a metal cover and fell onto the ground. He was outside the Silver City. It was not a beautiful forest. It was a desert of grey dust. But the sun was setting, and the sky was a deep, beautiful orange. Toby looked at a small apple tree in his hands. It looked small and weak in the big grey world. I promised Unit 7, Toby whispered. I will help it grow. Toby found a small place near a rock where was a little bit of water. He planted the tree. He sat next to it and watched the stars. For the first time in his life, he didn't look at a screen. He looked at the universe. Chapter 7. The New World. Many years passed. Toby was now an old man. He didn't live in the Silver City anymore. He lived in a small wooden house. And around his house there was a miracle. The apple tree was now a giant. Its branches were full of sweet fruits. And it wasn't alone. Toby had found other seeds in his life. There were now 20 trees, some grass, and even a small pond with frogs. One day a young girl from the Silver City walked out of the ventilation pipe. She saw the green trees and the blue sky. She saw Toby sitting under the big apple tree. Next to Toby there was an old rusty robot head. It was the head of Unit 7. Toby had found it many years ago. It didn't work, but Toby kept it there, so Unit 7 could finally see the garden. Is this a dream? The girl asked. Toby smiled and gave her an apple. No, he said. It's a memory that came back to life. Do you want to learn how to be a gardener? The girl sat down. And at that moment, the Silver City didn't matter. The green world was winning.